Being human and taking risks are the foundation to creative results, according to our textbook this week. Why resonate is the question I was asked for us to answer for our PCP class online. And the reason resonation is important is because if you're trying to convey a message, idea, thought, emotion, or feeling, if you don't resonate with your audience, you're not effectively making a connection. The first video we watched this week, and I have to, look at his name to pronounce it correctly, Benjamin Zander, when he was talking about his love and his passion for classical music, he created an emotion in people. When he played the piece by Chopin, he talked about how an audience member or a friend told him that they didn't cry when they lost their brother, but when he heard the song and thought, it made him think of his brother and it brought tears to his eyes. As an effective speaker and as a presenter, you want to connect with your audience. Resignation is very important because if you don't resonate, it defeats the purpose of you speaking. If a company were to hire you, let's say your job sent you out, there's a bunch of new hires, there's a new product they want to promote or present to their team, why would you get up there and read off a sheet of paper or read bullet points? You're not excited about the material yourself. And how can you convey to your audience that they should be excited if you yourself are not excited? During this week, I came up with the 3 P's in reviewing the material. That's personality, presence, and power. As a presenter, a speaker, you must have a presence on stage. You must bring your personality, and you must command and own that stage. You must have the power, command their attention while you're on stage. It is irrelevant to get up there and just do slides, just do bullet points, do cold jokes. You want to really connect with a person. People could be thinking about their vacations, how underpaid they are. For the time that you have their attention, you want them to not think about anything else. You want them to leave happy. You want them to leave remembering the joke you told. You want them to leave remembering the purpose of your message. If you cannot convey the purpose of your message, then your purpose has been defeated, honestly. During this week, and I have to refer to my notes one more time, how have I failed to pass resonate communication in the past? I have failed because I was not prepared. I didn't double check my slides. My presentation wasn't set up. My music ended before the presentation ended. My words were there, but the pictures wasn't there. Always following through, checking, and rehearsing. I think you can't rehearse more than enough times. Knowing your material is the best way to be an effective communicator, and also knowing how to communicate to every type of person, social level, nationality. You don't want to get up there and make a joke that might offend someone. You have to be caring, effective, and also persuasive. Persuasive is another thing that our textbook talked about in chapter 1. Persuasion is key. If you get up there and you don't believe what you're saying yourself, how is your audience going to believe you? Effective persuasion is also very important. And don't be about self. Don't be about the company. Don't try to sell products or sell yourself, trying to move further ahead in your career while you're presenting. You're there for a reason. Stick to the purpose. Don't hold too long. Last quarter in my Excel class, I watched a video by Guy Kawasaki, and he had a 10-20-30 rule. No more than 10 slides if you're doing a presentation. No longer than 20 minutes, and use 30-point font. If you can't fit all the main point of your message on that slide in 30-point font, then you don't know your points. He talked about reading mission statements and speaking for companies. And when you're up there and you're speaking, being effective, knowing your material, keeping it short and sweet, and make memories, make jokes, be lighthearted, Sell yourself in a way that they'll remember you for your personality, not your boring presentation. They want to remember your joke, and they also want to remember the purpose of your message. Nobody stood there and say, boy, Martin Luther King went to Washington and had a boring speech, or Oprah stood up and on TV and was boring all day long, and now she has her own company. People don't get places in life by following rules or just being natural, being honest. That all helps an effective presentation. A person that I like that I recently saw speak was Deepak Chopra. I was watching Oprah Super Soul Sundays, and he spoke very effectively. Also, Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins commands power when he speaks. People like that, I'm beginning to study for this class, and also making points on what I need to work on as a presenter. But reasoning for resignation is to connect with your audience. If you lose a connection, then your message will never get across.